Flow. Today we're going to be looking at data analysis for cooling tower experiment. The objective is to analyze the correlation between the humidity of air inlet dry bulb temperature, water flow, heat load, cooling efficiency, among other data. We have our raw data in table 1. And in table 2, we have the calculated data for cooling range, heat load, and cooling efficiency. The cooling efficiency is calculated with this formula, and our CF1, which is the cooling limit temperature, was taken at 31.7 degrees centigrade. From here, your value might be different depending on what you have during the experiment. Now, we have figure 1.0, which is a graph of differential pressure, absolute value, versus temperature in degrees centigrade. The slope of the graph in figure 1.0 is a positive slope, showing that the tank temperature increases with increasing differential pressure. Absolute value of differential pressure. Figure 2 is a graph of heat load against water flow. This is also a positive graph showing that water flow is proportional to heat load. As we are increasing the water flow, so also the heat load on the cooling tower is increasing. You might want to have a slope for this graph, both figure 1 and figure 2. The next is figure 3.0, which is a graph of dry bulb temperature, water inlet temperature, and air outlet humidity against the heat load. What we have here is positive slopes. We have positive slopes in the 3 parameters that is being analyzed against heat load. The next is figure 4.0, a graph of dry bulb temperature, air outlet humidity, and cooling efficiency against water flow. Here, we have some positive slopes and some negative slopes. The positive slopes here are the dry bulb temperature and the air outlet humidity, while the negative one is the cooling efficiency. This indicates that as the cooling is taking place, the cooling efficiency is reducing, while the dry bulb temperature is increasing and the air outlet humidity is increasing. For emphasis, the objective of this analysis is to show the correlations between the data. These correlations are used as fundamental in design of psychrometric chart. This is a typical psychrometric chart. We have the dry bulb temperature line here, and we have the wet bulb here. We also have the enthalpy at saturation. Here we have the humidity or humidity ratio line. Here we also have the relative humidity curves starting from 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Let's check out some practical exercises obtainable from this experiment. In the practical question 1, we are given the dry bulb temperature at 34.3 degrees centigrade and the relative humidity at 78.4%. So we come here and then take the reading 34.3 degrees centigrade dry bulb temperature, and then we trace it up with our ruler to 78.4% relative humidity. And we have that here. This is 70 and this is 80. And if you calibrate properly, you have here, you have 78.4% here. So we have a point here, and there we trace it parallel to the line of wet bulb temperature. And then we have our wet bulb temperature at 30.7 degrees centigrade, right up here. Also, our specific heat is 104.0. From this same point, you can read the dew point by going this way, parallel to the horizontal line, and then read out the temperature here. This is 29.75 degrees centigrade. Also, we are meant to determine the humidity ratio or the humidity, which can be read off here on this line as 0.027 kilogram per kilogram of dry air. Lastly, we can read off our specific volume by locating the curve for specific volume. Here, this is our specific volume line. This is
90, and this is 0.95. Between here and here, we have 0.909. Now, let's have a second practical exercise. Yes, from the second exercise, we'll see that we're given about 3 data, which are the dry bulb temperature at 40 degrees centigrade, the wet bulb temperature at 30.25 degrees centigrade, and the relative humidity at 50%. And then we are asked to read off the new wet bulb temperature and the new relative humidity when the air is adiabatically saturated. To determine this, we come here and pick our 40 degrees centigrade dry bulb and then trace it upward to meet the 50% relative humidity line. Okay, once it hits this curve here, that is 50%. Yes, this is 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now this is 50%. So we have a point here, and then from here we do our calculations. Since the air is adiabatically saturated up to 50 degrees centigrade, we trace the line parallel to the horizontal line till we get to 50 degrees centigrade. And yes, here. And then we have another point. From this point, we read off the new wet bulb temperature, which is 32.25 degrees centigrade. And then from this same point, we read off the new relative humidity here. This is the curve for relative humidity, and this is 30.0%. Now we can comment that the dew point of this air remains constant at 27.6 degrees centigrade. We can check that here. To get dew point, all we need to do is to trace the curve parallel to the horizontal line towards our left, and like this, and up to the temperature line, which we can read up as 27.60 degrees centigrade. Thank you. You are expected to practice this over and over again to be able to analyze your data and also to be able to apply your experimental data on the psychometric charts. Have a great day.